There is a Facebook group that I'm on, and there was an anonymous post by a lawyer. It's a lawyers group. It's about mental health in lawyers. So I'm going to read this. Don't know who it's from, except that it's a lawyer in Texas. But this is very, very common. It says, I've been practicing law as a solo plaintiff's lawyer for a while now, and while I find fun in the strategic thought exercises that come with litigating, I do too, I honestly hate related stress, i.e. deadlines, motion practice, discovery, that comes with litigating. Yes, that part sucks. It is a constant uphill battle, and I'm already burnt out and trying to heal from burnout. At the same time, my business has hit a ceiling in terms of growth and revenue, and it's crushing my spirit. I'm also dealing with some general lack of passion when it comes to practicing law, which makes it hard for me to commit to putting in more time, effort, and resources, etc. At the same time, if I want to work on my business rather than work in my business, I feel like I have to expend resources to hire or otherwise reduce my, quote, in the business work. And the load runs into the conundrum of the hesitance to escalate commitment to something for which I have tepid passion addressed above. I don't know what to do. Very, very common. And there is a really good solution for this. You need to go to work for another law firm and stop being a solo practitioner, because you need help and you need to do the things that you are great at and have other people that are great at doing those other things that are there to support you. You'll do better financially. You'll do better mentally. You'll do better spiritually. You'll do better emotionally. In every way, that's what you need. You need to find yourself a good team to be around that can help you with all these things, whether it's client intake, whether it's billing, collecting money, obtaining discovery, drafting pleadings. You need legal assistance, paralegals. You need support. You can't do all this as your own. And you're exactly right. This is the common program and common problem. And this is what I see solo attorneys doing. It's very hard for you to go from solo attorney to successful multi-firm thing. And it's going to take you so much longer to do that. That is it worth it? Probably not. It's not going to be worth it from your peace of mind, the burnout factor, the stress, the amount of work, the time with your kids, as opposed to going to work for the right law firm and having a healthy environment where you can manage all of those different things. And it doesn't depend all on you. And to where half of your time you have to work on the business or for the business, and rather than even working in the business. And you're maybe spending 25 or 30% of your time actually doing the stuff that you're really good at, and the part where you're a genius at and your highest, most best use of your time, you're not doing that. It's because of the structure of your business. Your business is not structured right, and it's a heck of a chore in order to structure it and do it that way and do it right. And it takes a long number of years. It's a whole nother profession to actually run a law firm than it is to work in one. And if you like the part of being a lawyer where you find fun in the strategic thought exercises, then just do the strategic thought exercises and have other people do it. And should you hire it out yourself? No. Go audition the owner of another law firm to have them own your law firm that you work the piece that you like. It's more financially rewarding, takes less time and less stress, and you'll have a support team around you that will help you be a much better lawyer. You're not as good of a lawyer as you would be if you had all of those structures around you. Go to work for someone else. Audition the people to work for you. Subcontract every aspect of your law firm out. And how do you do that? One way is to think it's the illusion of I'll get a job. No, the proper way is if you have a job, it means you've subcontracted out to everybody else that works at that company to do the parts of that company that they do, so that you can specialize on the part that you like and that you're good at, and that gives you energy instead of sucks energy out of you. That's what you should do. Too many people think, oh, it's so much better, I'm going to own a law firm. Owning your own law firm in a lot of aspects really sucks. I've done it for 17 years. Half of that time sucked. And it's only now that I've done this for 17 years that I'm starting to catch ahead. Do you want to spend 2 decades before you get to that life? Do I like my life now? Yes. I'm one of 1% and lucky to have done that. And do I know for every one that's like me, do I know 100 that are not? That is correct. Yes. Go out, audition, find somebody like me to go to work for, and work with. It's not work for, it's work with. And they should be auditioning to be your CEO, and you can audition to be that member of the team. Think of it like a team. Think of it like a football team. You like being the quarterback. Go be the quarterback. You don't have to own the team too. If you're going to be the race car driver, you don't have to own the race car team too. The best ones in the world don't. They don't actually own the team till, like, did Roger Staubach ever buy into the Dallas Cowboys? I don't know. I don't think so. Very few people. Does he own his own NBA team? I think maybe he owned a piece of something at one point in time. But it's a whole different thing. Go in and be the star player in there. And if you're going to earn a couple of $100,000 a year working for somebody else to do that, add that up over a 10-year period of time is $2 million. How many years and stress do you have before you actually take home $2 million? And are you even doing your accounting well enough to know what your numbers are? Or how much time does it take you to do that? It sucks to have to hire people. It sucks to have to run a law firm. It takes a lot. It took me a number of years. And if I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't. I would have gone and worked for someone. I'd be richer than I am now. And I would take that money and invest it into things, which is one of the reasons why our law firm, we use a 25% in SEP investment plan. For every $100,000 that somebody earns on a W-2 at our firm, we deposit $25,000 a year. And we've done that every year since the program is. It's an optional thing. We don't have to do it, and we can choose not to at any point in time. That can always change. But we've done it every year, and we're doing it this year. We did it last year, and we're planning on doing it next year. And in doing something like that, the money that you could have earned back then, if you invest it, your money will be paying you more money than you're probably earning, and that's free. No worry. It's just because you bought something. It's a money tree. You bought a money tree, and the money shakes out. It's like having an apple tree. You want to have apples? You want to go buy apples, which is going to be a lot more expensive, or do you want to have an apple tree in your backyard? Well, if you earn a lot of money at the beginning and don't try and struggle through the nightmares that it is to own your own law firm. And by the way, if my entire staff quit, I would go hire a staff of 10 people tomorrow in order to replace them. And at any point in time, if we lose anybody, we immediately replace them. Why? Because it sucks to work without them. And I'm not as good of an attorney without them. No element of my law firm is as good as the team itself, any single person in it, any attorney at the firm, including me. We're not as good without the whole rest of the firm. So what should you do? That's what you should do. If you're going to do your own firm, you need to invest. There's law firm management coaching programs. You're going to be spending at least 6 figures before you even begin to get anywhere close to it not completely sucking for you. Because I made a lot of good money. And the first year I made $1 million, I spent $1 million to do it. And I didn't do any better than I would have done if I would have been working a job and just gone in and played the position. It's not all that glamorous. It's a lot of work. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. After I'm 48 years old and I've spent 17 years doing it, yeah, now it's okay. It's okay. Not my favorite necessarily. And would I go back now? No, I wouldn't go back now because I've already put in the work and done it. But on somebody that's having a situation like this, it's good to go get a good job. And there are firms that are hiring. Let somebody who has spent the 6 figures and more and gone through all the struggles and the hours and hours and hours of work and things that it took me in order to get there, audition, find somebody that's like that. If you're solo plaintiff's attorney, if you're in PI, go to the McCraw Law Group, Lynn McCraw, see if he'll hire you. If he'll hire you, take the job. It's a great job. And it's better than what you got going here. His stuff is so systematized. And the more and more that law firms are in existence, the more and more they're getting systematized, and the bigger and more those conglomerates are going. And solo practitioners, it's a nightmare. And you're not as good as you would be if you were under and had a good team. So that's what you should do. That's why you feel like hell. Go somewhere where you can feel better and audition teams and find a good team. Talk to them. That's what you should do. Please, I want the best for you. If you're a lawyer that's struggling, possibly 60% of all lawyers out there are struggling with things like this. I'm glad you did this anonymously, but I'm also glad that you have the self-awareness to admit this and that you're asking for help. And I'm telling you this out of love. I'm giving you my best of having done millions and millions of dollars worth of this business is to know you're killing yourself to do it. You're not even doing it as well as you could be, and you know it. You know it in your bones. Your every part about you. and you can do something that is so much better and have a better environment. Please make a change, and please find the right thing. I want the best for you. This is the Lawyer Dana Show.